Friend, don't give up. You're not really stuck. I promise you, it's probably just all in your head. You're probably just in a season right now where nothing is just like big boom pow happening, everything's just kind of quiet, and you're in the midst of a transformation. That does not mean you're stuck. That means things are happening outside of what you can visibly see right now. And that's okay. That does not mean you're behind. That does not mean you're stuck actually. It just means that you're in the middle of a transformation. So you're not really stuck. Right? You're in the middle of a transformation. And before you give up, I need you to stick along and hear me out. Hi, welcome back to another episode here on TheMilliExperience. If you don't know who I am, hi, my name is Millie, and I make content all about chasing and following your dreams, bettering yourself, and encouraging you. And I made this video today more so because I felt a little stuck. If you don't know, I'm on a journey in following my dreams and to building up myself. And I got to a point this week where I felt like nothing was happening. Like I was so down. I was like, is what I'm doing really worth it? Like, am I actually like making progress? Am I doing the things that I set out to do? Am I doing enough? And you're probably in that place where you're like, dang, I've been doing things, but it still doesn't feel like enough. Nothing big and dramatic has transformed. And we get to a place where we feel stuck and we feel like we're about to give up because nothing is happening. Well, when I took myself out of that and I looked at the grand picture, I realized that, hey, it's only been a little time has passed. And you've been doing some very big things. I would say I've been planning a lot more. I've been exercising a lot more. I've been saving a lot more. So I have been doing things, most things we probably don't give ourselves credit for, but makes us feel like we're not doing enough because we don't see the end result yet. And the end result is going to take a little bit of time, right? And so I'm just here to let you know that you're not stuck. And I want to let you know one reason we might feel stuck is because we are in the middle of where the real work is happening. Okay, we've already started this journey, and now we're in the middle where it's like, okay, you have to have those repetitive, boring days. You have to keep getting up and going to the gym. You have to keep getting up and planning out the week. You have to keep getting up and going to do the thing that you set out to do. And it's going to take those over and over and over and over before something actually shifts. I remember this week I had to take myself in the perspective of my freshman year. When I got to college my freshman year, I was not the same person I was my senior year. In fact, freshman year, I was nowhere near where I was senior year. And senior year, I ended up graduating top of the class. I had a job in radio. I ended up getting my apartment and everything. I became the featured twirler, which I sought out to be. And I had none of that freshman year. And in fact, the team that I wanted to try out for did not want me. They weren't even merely close into looking into my direction. And so what that looked like my freshman year, it looked like doing extra. It looked like showing up behind the campus and twirling when I didn't even know whether I was going to make the team or not. Did I think about giving up in those moments? I did, but it was those small moments that led to like minor victories. Over the course of time, I did get invited out to perform this place to this place, not necessarily with the organization I wanted, but it gave me a chance to own in on my skills. And it all just started from me just picking up my baton and going somewhere and to go practice. And I make this reference to this point is because we're in the middle. Like, we're in the middle. You're in your freshman year of what you're about to do, whether that be you're in your business, whether that be finances or just health wise. You're in your freshman year of it, and you got to just put in the work. That's all you can do. You're starting over from the beginning. You're following your dreams. Once you hit another mountain, you're at the bottom of the next one. And so you have to keep that mentality of you're always going to be open to learn. And then I would even go as far to say is you're also feeling stuck because you're in the middle of a transformation. Something big is about to happen, and I'm gonna let you know this. Something big is gonna happen to you, something big is gonna happen for me. It's just right now we're in the ordinary, we're in the middle of it. Calm down, friend. Calm down, friend. And if you made it this far and you ain't subscribed yet, that's an issue because we figuring this out together. Come on now, we need some support, right? You in the middle of a transformation. Something big is about to happen for you. And sometimes we mistake, things for like big things happening. We want to go across the country. We want all this money. We want that huge opportunity. We want the fame. We want the success. We want all the stuff. But right now, we in the transformation part of it. We're in the part where they kind of testing you a little bit. They're testing your nuts a little bit. Or something like they call it. They testing to see, okay, do you really want this? Like, you have to keep putting out work. Consistency, consistency, consistency. You're not stuck. You're in the part where your habits are making the transformation. You already started. You already started. Now it's like this is the part where things change. This is the part where you have to transform yourself into doing better things. It's not going to be dramatic, and I'm going to be the first to tell you it's not going to be dramatic. Right now, we're at day 60 of our 90-day transformation thing that I'm doing for personally me, myself. So that's 60 days. I've been getting up. I've ran a mile. I've been singing, budgeting, doing what I need to do for 60 days straight, and no days off. And part of me still feels stuck, but in that, I've applied for international travel opportunities. I applied for different dance opportunities and stuff like that. There's so much I've been doing in those moments. Not necessarily that I get the opportunity or not. That's just going to leave it up in the air. But I've been doing the thing. And I felt a little stuck because it's like, dang, I'm doing all of this. I'm not seeing nothing yet. You're in the quiet before the storm, okay? And I don't want to say storm because some people storm means bad, but like you're in the quiet before the overflow. Have you ever seen like a rainfall or a waterfall and it's just like this before, the overflow, before it's like you go down, you go on the waterfall, right. We in that little plateau right now, but you're not stuck. You're doing the things, like you're becoming the thing that you want. And last thing I want to tell you is to feel your feelings, okay? If you feel stuck right now, feel that feeling. That's probably going to help you most in your journey into following your dreams. Is if you feel stuck, if you feel like things are out of the ordinary, feel that feeling. Do not skip over it. Do not let anybody downplay it. If you feel stuck right now, okay, ask yourself, why do you feel stuck? What is making you feel this thing? You in this, we can't afford not to not acknowledge this feeling at all. Okay? Acknowledge it. Then when you do that, take yourself back to the bigger picture. I had to do that today. I was like, today is day 60 of 90 days. And I was like, wait, we ain't even finished the 90 days yet. And I'm already like, I feel like I need to do some more. We ain't even finished the basic 90 days yet. So when you're doing that and you're feeling your feelings, feel your feel, but then take yourself out of that small picture and look at the bigger goal. What's the big thing that you're trying to do, right? Not necessarily the little things that have to happen in the day. What's the bigger thing that you're trying to do? You're trying to do this grand thing, okay? And so in this grand thing, where are you in that journey right now? And how much have you been putting into it so far? Because sometimes we only put a little bit and expect so much. I know 60 days might not be a little bit, but it's a little bit in the grand scheme of what I plan to do with my life. It's like pebbles. Not to minimize what I've been doing, but like, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot of work. When I tell you, in becoming the featured twirler, going back to my college story, I was twirling a lot more than 60 days. 60 days is nothing compared to how much I twirled, okay? So if you're feeling stuck right now, don't let this moment define you. It is just a moment. It is not the story. Don't let it paint the story. Don't let it be the story. You have done so much already. You have done more than an ordinary person would. You have done so much more than people could dream. You've done so much more that you even give yourself credit for. There's some things that you've done that you probably don't even give yourself credit for. And you need to start giving yourself a lot more credit. Case in point, I felt like my finances weren't going anywhere. But then when I looked into my bank account and I was like, wait, we actually have some money in here. It may not be a lot, but there's some in here. And I remember a couple months ago, you didn't have that. You didn't have that. And it took a couple of months of you rewiring those habits and shaping yourself into better things for you to even have that. So imagine if you keep what you have now and you keep doing now. Imagine if you keep that going. Okay? You are doing great. You are more than capable of having everything you desire. You're more than capable of becoming the person that has everything in their life. And I know you can do it. You know you can do it. So right now, if you are feeling stuck, before you give up, just remember this is just a moment. We cannot allow this to write the story. And if you stay this long and you have not subscribed, friend, I'm going to need you to subscribe, okay? We are figuring life out together. We are in this journey together. And I would love to have you as part of the family. And as always, it's Millie Miles signing out. I'll talk to you later. Bye.